So hi, welcome back to Miles' insanely stupid and pointless adventures. And this is the second week of my epic journey to the Australian outback to hunt down animals. Well, not like bang, bang, bang hunt, but like look for them. So, we've already ticked off the Parenti monitor lizard, the monger snake, the death adder, and the thorny devil. Yeah, so welcome to our second week of our online class in the middle of the Australian outback. And I have my trusty old steering wheel here. Hopefully you can see that. And by the way, I'm also an insanely stupid driver. It always crashes. So in my beginning of my first expedition, I also crashed. So, eventually I crashed into a bush, and the rats that slept into the bush flew out, came right into my engine. So, yay. And we don't have much food either. All I have are these chips, because my cameraman, which is the dude that's filming this video right now, is super forgetful, because he's also a supply manager, and he only brought these corn chips. Thank God. We have to eat these for 1 week. Thank God. But we also got some, like, kangaroo meat sauce to eat these with, so we still have a bit of protein and stuff. And yeah, so we went back to a little village and got some supplies, but we didn't get any food because it's cheating on an expedition. All I got was this torch, which broke because we were trying to go find some spiders earlier, and I dropped it on a rock and it broke. So now I'm just pulling this lever and switching this button so aggressively, and it's not going to turn on. Thank God. And trust me, it does have batteries in here. So now we're going to be looking at the nighttime prowlers. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the cave huntsman spiders and the false vampire bat. Okay, so I'm going to see you when it's all dark and insanely creepy. Hi, it's night now here in the outback, and I'm really quiet because I don't want to attract any dingoes. They're going to eat all the kangaroo meat sauce dip we have for corn chips. I've just finished my dinner. There's still a tiny bit of light, and that only comes from my cameraman's torch, because he's now roasting marshmallows. And I just set up my little tripod here in my car, and he's outside roasting marshmallows and setting up cameras so we make sure dingoes don't attack our tent. And so I pitched up my tent. So during the night today, I'm not going to sleep. I'm only going to sleep in the morning. I'm going to sleep at like 2. Because I'm going to go hunting for these, the spider and the ghost bat. Okay, so, bye. So, I'm not going to show you any pictures because they will horribly disgusting. And now my cameraman, and also my supply getter, and also the dude with my bank account, and also the dude with my credit card, and hopefully he's not going to get himself Cheetos instead of getting himself camera batteries. I gave him my credit card so he could run to the nearby village. Bicycles to the nearby village, and I very much need light, Max. The light, please. Can you be my? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so my cameraman came back and he just turned on my lights. Well, the lights we set up. So nice. And now he's just putting the camera batteries back in the camera mount. So let me tell you how the cave huntsman spider hunts. It lives in caves. It waits. When the prey comes out and nearby, about like 1 meter away, it jumps out and starts chasing it. Like a hunter. That's what it's called, a huntsman. And and that's basically all it is. And its greatest rival, it's a bat. A bat that's twice its size. And the bat comes out on top. Because that's apparently how it works. Because that's nature. And the bats, they eat your face. Exactly. And the bats are huge. And those bats They suck your blood. And they have powerful limbs and hands that want to rip you apart and eat your butt. Wow! Bite force and makes me wow! And this is why we have to go to school! To learn things like this! This is completely pointless. But okay, that's just some tone for last class, so yeah, so let's go on with my epic journey to hunt animals down and take pictures of them. So, guess that's enough. So, by the way, our bat just now was called the Rose Vampire Bat. But sometimes, if you want to be a hunter, then you just have to be simply disgusting. And that's the next one. It's described as the vagrant, and it's called the spiny tail gecko. And you'll understand what I mean by disgusting. Because if you know what fart spray is, then get 10 cans of fart spray and start shooting it right into your nostrils. Because that's apparently how it works. So, let's go get to the creature. Yeah, so this is the gecko's tail, and this is its body, its feet, his second foot, and this is his little eyeball. Let's go back to the tail. This is a picture I snapped. So you see that big jaw? That's actually this poison gland, and out of it comes this little spray, and that spray is really disgusting. And you know how powerful the sense of like tasting the air the snake has? And that thing, it completely makes its tongue go numb. And that's how it tastes the air for molecules. And you hear that? There's a really bad typhoon here. And all the villagers are like talking to each other. Okay, so now you guys know the explanation for the really loud noise. And all the villagers are really confused about the typhoon. And they're all talking to each other. And they're talking in their native language. So, and you know how strong a snake's sense of smell is? Actually, you don't really smell. It's like licking the air for air molecules. So, that's how strong it is. And that's how strong that spray is, and it completely numbs the tongue of the snake for 3 weeks straight. For 3 weeks straight. So for 3 weeks, that snake cannot use a single sense of molecule smelling. And that's how powerful its venom is. So now to our next deadly creature. More like our next deadly Australian animal. So hi, I have a really big hole in my tent. As you can see up here, or like this one, there's a really big hole because there's a typhoon earlier and it ripped like 6 holes in my tent. So hopefully I can survive the next 24 hours. So our next animal that we're going to be finding is, yeah, and there's a bit of the typhoon still out there. Hopefully my security cameras can stay good and strong. Our next creature is the mating mimicker. That's what the police told me, and it's called spotted predatoring catidid. Okay, so let's go and see if we can find this spotted predatoring catidid. And by the way, now it's also raining a bit. And by the way, it's raining, and luckily, I'm living in this tent, and over this tent, there's this ledge. So, the ledge is going to protect us from any water. So, these holes don't have any water in them. Because this stuff is really effective to water, but it's still pretty good and pretty comfy. All this stuff. Hopefully, this tent will keep strong. Like the spotted predator and catidid. Let's go out after this typhoon and let's snap some shots of this spotted predator and catidid. Sorry, the spotted predator and kitty cat was way too disgusting to show, so I'm just gonna talk. Like always, there are lots of disgusting animals in this world, so I have to say it myself. So, what it is, it's just this really big cricket, and you can just search it up on Wikipedia or something, and it just looks like an alien, like straightforward an alien, and you don't want to meet it, and it mimics the sound of a cicada, if you guys know what that is. Anyways, like those really loud insects in the summer, and then they mimic the sounds of it in the breeding season. And why cicadas make that noise anyways is because they have to attract mates in breeding season. But in Australia, that rarely happens because the kitty dad is ready to take full advantage of this, and scientists found out a few years ago that sound of the cicada is bolted into its DNA, so we can make that sound without even having heard a cicada before in its entire life, which is really insane. Bye.